what's good, Commanders fans? Like I said, I would be right back with some of the UDFA signings. They've already fired off some signings for UDFAs. They also signed offensive lineman Tim McKay. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of information on him. I do have a write up about him that I'm going to read a little bit to you. I'm going to read it word for word, but just give you guys like a summary or synopsis. NC State offensive lineman Tim McKay, per his agent. The deal includes $275,000, which is a pretty darn good deal for a UDFA. I know last year I think we gave Sam Hartman a good amount of money, and then the cornerback Chiggy from Colorado State, who ended up being signed by another team off of our practice squad. So this guy Tim McKay looks like a pretty good pickup. Now I do want to talk about Fentrell Cypress first, the cornerback from Florida State. He did play for Virginia as well. Virginia, he had 14 pass deflections in 2022 before he transferred to Florida State. 14 pass deflections is pretty crazy. That's a really good amount of pass deflections. I think Trey Amos had like 13 or something like that. So we got some guys that have a knack of being around the football, making a play on the football. Now, Cypress did not pick the ball off much. He only had one interception in his whole career, which is a concern. That is a knock on him. But in 9 games, he only played in 9 games that year. Okay, never mind. I thought I got a notification that we signed Gabe Taylor, but we didn't. So yeah, he had 8 pass deflections in 2023, and then he had 5 in 9 games in 2024. He played in 14 games at Florida State in 2023, but only 9 in 2024 because they were just a bad team. But 14 pass deflections in 9 games is really darn good. That's like getting at least 1 per game. You know, it's 1.3, 1.4 per game. You're getting a pass deflection, which is really, really good. He just didn't get many interceptions. Now, looking at his relative athletic score, it was really good again, once again above 8. Now, and like I said, in that 2022 season where he had a really, 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 really good season, he was one of the best corners in the country this past season. He had a 45% completion rate, 45% completion rate allowed when targeted per PFF, and 0 touchdowns allowed. That's really, 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 really good. He was also second team All ACC in that 2022 season. Only gave up 18 catches for 179 yards on 40 targets across 9 games. Number 8 defensive grade among corners in college. That's really good. That's right before he transferred to Florida State. He's a potential rated as a potential day 3 pick. Did not get picked, but I think he's a good UDFA signing. 6 feet tall, 27 tackles this past year, and 5 pass deflections, like I told you guys, which for Florida State. So the Broncos were in contact with Fentrell Cypress. He had a really good pro day. He played with Azarai Thomas for Florida State, but this guy has a 38-inch vertical leap, man, which is really good, which is elite. 40-yard dash, 4.43, which was great. 20-yard split was great with 2.58 seconds. 10-yard split was great as well. His 3-cone drill was really, really good with an 8.47. Now, his shuttle cone drill was not good. It was poor. But height at 6'1" is elite, and weight was poor at 181 pounds. So there's a lot to like with this guy as a UDFA. I mean, he probably will be on the practice squad, but you just never know because we're loaded at corner now. It kind of sounds weird to say that we're loaded or that we're stacked at corner. I know Trey Amos hasn't done anything yet, but if you look at this cornerback room compared to last year's, we have a stacked cornerback room. Marshawn Lattimore can stay healthy. Mikey Sanders still get even better from his rookie season. Jonathan Jones as a rotational corner. Trey Amos as our starting outside corner on the other side, and then Noah I as a backup rotational corner. And then Bobby Price and Kayvon Seymour on the practice squad, and this guy most likely will be on the practice squad. So we definitely improved the cornerback room for sure. Adam Peters definitely did a good job doing that for sure. So I'm going to read the write-up on him. So Fentrell Cypress, his strengths are quality, speed, and explosion testing at Pro Day. Lower body is smooth and athletic when pedaling in space. Displays the ability to mirror and match the route. Instant click and close from the top of his drop. Able to leap and challenge 50-50 throws with some success. Weaknesses are lacking in career ball production, which I talked about with only 1 career interception. Fails to close out and overtake catch space downfield. Can be pushed around inside the route by big targets. Inconsistent, tight, twitchy movements to what his eyes are seeing. Also becomes a melt-away tackler against bigger backs. So those are some of the some of the knocks on him for sure. So, but he's an athlete, man. He's an athlete. They're talking about his tackling is not good, but this guy is an athlete and a half. And let's see if Joe Wood Jr. can work with him and get something out of this guy as a UDFA priority free agent. So we'll see what happens. But Tim McKay, I'll read his write-up real quick. Tim McKay went to Louisville. Oh, I'm sorry, NC State, 6'4", 307 pounds. This is the write-up by Ryan Fowler. He says Tim McKay, he was a Campbell Trophy semifinalist in 2023 and 2022 as well, which is really good. Strengths are positional versatility. Now, I am going to talk about some of his snap counts for Timothy McKay. So he has positional versatility, and I'm not going to say positional flex. So he played right guard 726. He had 726 snaps at right guard and 40 snaps at right tackle in 2024, and 2 snaps at left tackle. In 2023, he had 7 snaps at left guard, 425 snaps at right guard, and 441 snaps at right tackle. And then 2022, he had 769 snaps at right tackle. 75.6 PFF grade against Clemson, 70.5 PFF grade overall in 2024 as well. Only gave up 2 sacks in 2024, gave up 0 sacks in 2023, only 2 sacks given up in 2022. Only 0 quarterback hits given up in 2024 other than the 2 sacks that he allowed. And only 16 hurries allowed in 2024. So really, really, really good numbers for Tim McKay. So that's really the only information I could really find for Timothy McKay at NC State. Like I said, operates with sound leverage in the run game and anchor versus speed and power in pass pro. Concerns for him are his footwork and plays over his toes. Consistency from snap to snap are some of the concerns for Tim McKay out of NC State. The write-up also says, as a run blocker, McKay fires off the snap well and has displayed sound usage of his hands. His upper half fires into contact, but his placement has room for improvement, as his strike zone has room to move inward. So that's the write-up for him. So as always, you guys let me know what you guys think. I'm definitely going to come out with some more UDFA videos because we're going to be signing a good amount of UDFA guys for sure. We definitely need to sign an edge rusher. That's something that we definitely need to do for sure. So I would definitely look at edge rusher for the Commanders. So all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, just looking at some of the news that's coming out, there's just a lot of news coming out, a lot of stuff on Twitter, and a lot of UDFA signings that are coming out right now. As always, Healthy Commanders, peace.